Like the great artist and not great person Pablo Picasso once said, every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up. Hello, my name is John Zamora. I'm an artist, printmaker, student, and educator. When my students exit my class, I hope they keep making art long after they graduate from school. I hope to see how therapeutic making art can be when combating stress and dealing with mental health issues. I want my students to turn to art when they wish to release worry, pain, and even joy. My goal as a teacher is to nurture my students' self-esteem so they are not afraid to make art that mirrors today's society and themselves. Because like Nina Simone said,
duty, as far as I'm concerned, is to reflect the times. I think that is true of painters, sculptors, poets, musicians. As far as I'm concerned, it's their choice. But I choose to reflect the times and the situations in which I find myself. That to me is my duty. And at this crucial time in our lives, when everything is so desperate,
if you're not being true to yourself or reflecting the times, what are you even doing? So why did I bring up that Picasso was not such a great human being? Because I also want my students to think critically about what is taught to them and to come up with objective opinions based on their research. I want my students to think for themselves. In order to make my curriculum more relevant and effective for diverse learners, I plan to use culturally responsive and sustaining pedagogy and my students' funds of knowledge as an asset and resource. To make class even more inclusive, I also plan to teach my students about a wide range of artists from diverse backgrounds, reflecting the various identities, histories, and expressions they may encounter in their everyday lives. Integrating these artists allows students not only to learn technical skills, but also to engage with meaningful cultural narratives that broaden their understanding of the world. I plan to create a humanizing classroom grounded in social emotional learning through creative projects that spark lively discussions where students not only learn about themselves, but also about their peers. Some of these projects will be introspective, where students become more self-aware, while other projects will make students more socially conscious. My students will not only be able to express themselves through art, but they will also be able to express themselves through writing using academic language. I plan on using various strategies such as word sorts, graphic organizers, and even gallery walks to strengthen their literacy skills. I will assess my students using formative and summative assessments through project performance tasks, portfolio, field trips, and class discussions. My students will be able to use their full creativity when completing assignments, balancing freedom with responsibility as they develop and create artworks. They will also learn to care for materials and practice safety. This is the part where I analyze a video clip about teaching. Quick, before the administration abolishes all art teachers.
Now turn to the next problem. If you have 3 Pepsis and drink 1, how much more refreshed are you? You, the redhead in the Chicago school system?
Pepsi?
Partial credit.
Hi, kid. The media clip I will be analyzing is from the movie Art School Confidential.
And remember, only 1 out of 100 of you will ever make a living as an artist. You're an art major?
Yeah, drawing and painting.
Wow.
Jerome here wants to be a great artist, Jimmy.
I presume you're joking, right?
Jimmy's a Strathmore grad.
Oh,
Just look away now.
That wasn't the clip. This is a clip.
Last week I asked you to bring in what you thought was your best work of art, old or new. Okay? And we're going to use that work as a starting point to hopefully help you become better artists. We live in a police state. Ain't that the truth? This is interesting.
That's not quite finished, but I thought the class might find it interesting to see the various stages of my process.
Indeed. What have we here? Who did this?
oh, that's mine.
Where have you been all my life? What do we think of this work, class?
It's so... I mean, it's like he figured out how to unlearn all the typical art school bullshit. It's really great.
It has the singularity of outsider art, though the conscious rejection of spatial dynamics could only come from an intimacy with the conventions of picture making.
Are you kidding me? You look it?
This media clip is not so far-fetched. The art world can be cruel. However, what is problematic about it is that it does not show how supportive art teachers can be even at university level. Once in college, I had my broken right hand and my professor helped me finish my project in my art for children's class. We were making piñatas and there was no way I could have completed my project without her. She even told me, "Did you really think I was going to let you suffer?" I don't want my students to endure unnecessary struggles or to feel dismissed. I want to be encouraging but honest and not cruel. I want them to experience an affirming classroom environment where they feel safe and heard.